Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, the closest thing to goalkeeping perfection is this guy, Manuel Neuer.
And Messi! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Neymar goes short. Now it's Neymar. Tries to get it clear. Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Eintracht Frankfurt have the chance to go the other way. That's a good run down the left. Thuram. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Modric with a definite fell there. Mateus. Now it's Bale. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bale. Bale! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Zanetti. And it's Modric. Gently done. And that has been slung wide. Shoots! Mateus. That has ended up in no man's land. Gives it back. And it's Zanetti. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lahm, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Zanetti. Romero has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Mateus. Vieira. Shifted it to the flank. Cafu making good progress on the right-hand side. And that's really well manoeuvred. Very nicely done. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Maldini. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good ball, that too.
Yamal. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That has been cut short. Lampard.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Yamal. This is promising. Mbappe. Hazard. Tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Mateus gets on his bike and on the move. He's played it back, and that's gone loose. That's a cute ball. Chips it through. Raul. Oh, good spread. Messi in acres of space out. Terrific effort! Oh, he's done it! They willed it, and it happened! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that ends it! Well, who would have thought it? The most thrilling of endings.
Now, that was some game. How many times did we see the balance shift? A straight fight between two teams that just gave it everything, with one unfortunately falling just short. I think you just have to commend the efforts of both sets of players here.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So straight into the action. Azar making himself the star of this show. Hard to believe, really, that he's already made it up to 300 appearances.
Well, Peter, it's remarkable considering I still remember covering his first game, with you in fact. He really has come an awful long way, hasn't he?
Bellingham. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Messi. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, well measured. And this is Messi. Tries a shot! Pepe gets it away. Yamal. Cafu. Chooses to go cross-field. Well timed, excellent interception. Now that looks a decent ball. Luis Suarez! Oh, he's done it! The goal to end it all! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Munich are such an adept counter.
Things are bubbling up quite nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here. The chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things already rolling. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be...
Kaka! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence, and the agility wasn't too far off either.
Robertson. To O'Shea. Raul. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, nicely intercepted. Kaka. Zanetti. And the counter is on. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Cafu has it in a wide position. Now it's Kaka. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tries to pass it through. Mohamed Salah going face to face with his great rival. Tries a shot! Against the crossbar. Mbappe. And he has been fouled there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Bedrin alongside me. Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We are just getting started.
Raphael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly received a lot of praise in view of the kind of players he's been paired with down the years.
Yeah, and something he can do thanks to his great recovery pace and an outstanding sense of positioning too.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bellingham.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That's good vision. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Puyol. And Alaba. And it's Cucurella. And it's Neymar. That's been slid through. Cucurella finding himself in space. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Now it's Kubo. Bellingham. That is a brilliant interception. Casado. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. Pepe. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's being urged to shoot. Neymar, who is rarely short on confidence. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ferran Torres running with the ball. Played back.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Neymar. And this is from Mari. There's the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction.
Ferran Torres! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Good ball, good take. Dani Olmo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Romario. Ferran Torres is onto this. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's found a way through. Alaba has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Kubo. Oh, this looks sharp. Pepe with a fine tackle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he has been fouled there. Now it's Romario, and here's Ferran Torres. Plays a shot, a chance for a shot! Tchouaméni turns back here, probably the best option. Kubo. Space for him to turn and look. That is lovely. Valverde. Oh, nice touch. That's really good defending. And this could be the final action of the first half. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Madrid go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8
So we're off again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Kubo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now there's a fine ball. Driven in, brilliantly cut out. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Madrid do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And it's Pedri. Pedri charging forward, the ball at his feet. Varane defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Alaba. Camavinga. Madrid still this single goal behind. It's a real chance! And he scores! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Takes a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Dani Olmo. That's good play. Oh, super ball. And a shot!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
And it's can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
It's their second corner of the game. Bellingham gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe going forward.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get...
Shoots! And a neat finish! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Barcelona go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When...
Oh, he's all alone! Shot a goal! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And the finish! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Corner number 2 then. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Valverde is there and he can pick it up. And that is a little undercooked. Dani Olmo makes a move down the right.
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action.
For me, Peter, Albert Ferrer was one of the very best defenders of the 1990s.
And of course he played in that most famous of all Catalan dream teams.
Yeah, not one of its most glam...
That's pretty clear, it is a foul. Yellow or red, it is red. Barcelona are now forced to play the bulk of the game a man short.
It looked avoidable and unnecessary, but it makes you think that he was trying to intimidate.
What a start, free kick. Mbappe!
Well, it wasn't a bad effort. I mean, you could see his intention. It just needed a bit more curl and bend to take it away from the goalkeeper.
Look at the space, and the finish! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances. Hazard! Madrid with the corner, they're first. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening. Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started. Pepe demonstrating again that he is the real constant in this side, indeed in this game, completing 400 appearances here today.
Well, this couldn't have happened to a better player, Peter. I say big congratulations to him, someone who's told me on many occasions that his greatest motivation to keep playing is the love of the game. That's what it's all about.
Howson. And here's Griezmann. Bellingham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Goes for a shot! And a goal! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Hazard. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Griezmann. Bellingham. Camavinga. Plays a sharp little ball here. Delivered across. Varane with the clearance. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. The less said about that pass, the better. Valverde. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Now it's Bale. Now it's Hazard. Stood up well to him there. Hazard. Hazard can so cleverly bypass the press. Aimed beyond the defence. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Looking for a runner. Floated through. Bale! Looked to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
Well, the correct option was taken in the circumstances. The correct execution wasn't.
Triol. Bellingham running with the ball. Valverde. And it's Hazard. And it's Camavinga. And Hazard. Valverde. Steaming on goalwards. Great ball. There's the shot! Superb from Valverde! He's got himself an absolute peach. Barcelona are back in business. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He's having a shot! And he makes no mistake. And they've got their lead back. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Madrid have their lead. Cross into the box. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Can he finish? It's hit the upright. He doesn't look too happy with that.
Valverde really might have got ever so slightly across it. I don't think he intended to hit it so close to the frame of the goal. I mean, that's a bit obvious.
Bellingham gathers from the goal kick. Hazard. Now, can they get him away? And the shot! And there's his goal! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Barcelona dragged themselves back again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Defending of the desperate variety. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Hazard goes short. Puyol. Looking for the run. Bellingham. Seedorf. Now that's well seen too. Camavinga. And it's Hazard. And he's had it nicked away.
2 minutos de descuento.
Ambitious ball here. Good ball over the top. And he plays one through. It's a promising position. He's got away. Deftly away. That's it, 45 minutes up. Madrid are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. Second period then underway. Puyol. It's Bellingham, and he's been shifted off it.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Seedorf, renowned for his long-range shooting, knocks it into space. Bellingham. Griezmann. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Griezmann. He's in plenty of space here. Valverde. Bellingham. Koundé. Bellingham. And it's Koundé. For Valverde. Bellingham picks it up out wide. Koundé's cross. Impressive jump! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 18.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
Barcelona leading now.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And it's Seedorf. Oh, good spread. Now it's Valverde. Great vision. That's good defending, very good defending. Shoots!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Nicely shaped ball. Bale is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Knocks it out wide. Bellingham. Oh, strongly challenged there. Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Mbappe. Bayer can clear it away and claimed it back swiftly. This is a promising build-up. Harrison kept his eye on it and he's there. So what can they make of this? He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Do you think he's feeling the effects of that tackle?
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Valverde does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
Madrid may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Madrid have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Varane.
Madrid really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Takes a shot! And it's there! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And the finish! Oh, it's gone in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Madrid close now to seeing this one through to the end. Seedorf. Pepe. Rafael Varane. Valverde. Opts for safety. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
4 minutos de descuento.
Bale, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Rafael Varane. And it's Alaba. Dani Olmo.
If they're good enough to keep the ball at this stage, it should see them through.
Valverde. That's that, the end. Madrid have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Madrid can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.